I've accepted it already. Oh, I hope. I've accepted your request. I've accepted your request. Can you check? Somdatta? Yeah.
Hi, Leena. You can see me now. I'll just connect my earphone.
I can't see you on screen, but
Is it? I see you clearly.
you can see me?
Yes, I can see you clearly.
I don't know why I can't see you. I think it's a little delayed. Rest of y'all, can you see both of us? Yeah, I think others can see both of us. I can't see you. I don't know why. Okay. So I guess we'll start. Hello, all who have joined in. Thank you so much. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to all for supporting this page and giving me so much love and giving everyone so much love. And first thing, I will just introduce myself. My name is Leena Mhatre. I am an MBA in HR and I am currently a professional fine artist. I am a mommy to a 3-year-old. I'm an adoptive parent along with my husband, and she came home in 2021. So all those who are waiting for their babies to come in, just hold on. It's some more time, and life is going to change once the babies come home. So today we have Somdatta with us. Thank you so much, Somdatta, for trusting me and coming online, coming in live for the first live session with us. So,
Thank you, Leena.
yes, most welcome. So, Somdatta is a senior manager with Accenture, and she's an adoptive mom to beautiful little daughter Riddhi. So, first thing is we like you to introduce yourself to everyone.
Sure, sure, Leena. Yeah, so I am an engineering graduate and I have been working in this, IT world since last 15 years. And in 2019, we thought, we should apply for adoption. And the wait time is long, like Leena said. So finally, in 2022, that is last year, we got our baby Riddhi home. And together, with my husband works in a bank, and we also have a 8-year-old dog. She's also like our child.
Oh, wow.
Uh, so, yeah, so Riddhi has a elder sibling, you can say. So
That's
four
true.
of
That's
us,
really great.
yes, so four of us are family. But right now, after Riddhi has come home, my mother is there with me. She lives in Kolkata. She keeps going back and coming back. But right now, like she said, as long as by the time, Riddhi is 5 years old or something, she will settle her down and then she'll finally move back. But till that time, she'll be there with us. So she's also part of our family now. I mean, family, immediate family who stay with us. My husband's side of my family, they stay in Kolkata. They also love
Okay.
Riddhi a lot. They do not travel quite often due to a lot of health issues, but these are my immediate family. My in-laws, my sister-in-law, who is also I will come to that. Like in adoption, you need to give a
Correct.
guarantor, right? That if anything
Correct.
happens to you, so
Correct.
she is the legal guardian for us. So and also from my side, I have my mother. So this is my family, and yeah. So that's
Okay.
about me.
Okay. That's so great that you have a dog and you are like a sibling for Adi. It's really amazing a family like this. So next is what is that thing that inspired you for adoption? Like how did the adoption thought come to your mind? What were your starting period like before adopting a child? We would like to know about that as well.
Yeah, sure. So before adopting a child, we actually, tried naturally to become parents. But
Okay.
I had a fetal demise. Like it was not exactly a miscarriage where you realize that you're bleeding. It was a
Okay.
normal scan where, we realized that the baby's heartbeat stopped. And,
Okay.
when that happened, and I am sure, it happens to many women. That's what even
Many.
the gynecologist told me that
Correct.
more than 30% women face this is nothing, people have severe issues. But somehow when this happened, I went into a kind of, I won't say exactly depression, but I started getting afraid that what if this happens
Correct.
again, will I be able to take the trauma, will I be able to do this? And a
Correct.
lot of negative thoughts started coming. So then
Hmm.
I we have relatives who are adoptive parents, right? So we
Okay.
thought,
Great.
okay, I mean, we are young and we were, that time less than 35-year-old also. So we still were in the fertility window, but we still somehow thought that, okay, if so many negative thoughts are coming around, having a biological child, let's just apply
Correct.
for adoption.
Adoption.
And let's just apply if and whenever I used to go for any gynae visit, I would say that whichever way the child comes, the child would be mine and God would decide which way the child would come. I want a child, and I know that there is a lot of waiting period, that the process is complex, so I have applied. Now it's up to
Correct.
God whether I become a mother biologically or I become a mother through adoption. It's up to the Almighty to decide. But
Correct.
I am doing all that in my power to do, right? So but yeah,
Correct.
due to some reason or the other, we went through fertility treatments also, but somehow we could not conceive anymore. And
Hmm.
yeah, so and then the COVID came, and then we parked the idea of visiting the gynecologist quite frequently. And then we became
Correct.
part of the adoption group. And then strongly, somehow it's like destiny had decided this for us.
Yes.
So
Correct. Correct.
yeah, so this had to happen. We applied in
Correct.
2019 with that mindset only, that okay, we will just apply and keep, and the waiting period is long, so we'll apply and we'll forget, but let's see what God or Almighty decides for us. So that's
Correct.
how
Correct.
we started.
Correct. Correct. That's great. So the next thing is, many people like I get queries on the page as well, or whenever I meet my friends who are not yet having a child or whatever, they are not yet aware about Kara,
Hmm.
or they are not aware about the procedure that you have to apply online and you have to wait for 3 years or 4 years now, I think. So what do you want to say about that? When you started your adoption journey, were you aware about Kara? Were you aware about the waiting period and about the registration procedure, documentation, everything?
See, we first Googled, okay, how to adopt a child legally in India. And Kara is the first
Okay,
thing that comes up. So I
okay.
don't know. I know people are unaware, and I think people's thought process is influenced by Bollywood, where they
Huh,
show that a
correct.
couple walks into a orphanage
Agency.
and they just
Yes,
choose a baby, and then the baby comes home and it's like happily
yes,
ever after. And
yes, correct.
yeah, so if people just Google how to legally adopt a child in India, that's all. then
Correct.
Kara is the first thing that comes, right? So we did
Correct.
that how to
Correct.
legally adopt. So we saw Kara, and then when we went into the portal, we saw, okay, so many things has to be done, and like any normal human being, we thought there must be some easier way to do this. Is
Correct.
it?
Correct.
So my husband's colleague is an adoptive parent. Actually, he's a part of our foreign of heart babies. He's the one who
Okay.
introduced us there.
Okay. Okay.
So he told that this is the way, this is the waiting period, and this is how referral comes. So he kind of, counseled us, but we could reach out to him only because we knew that he's an adoptive parent.
Correct.
We'll come to
Correct.
this
Correct.
later part, that why should we not hide the fact, or why should we be
Yes,
vocal or
yes. We need to
advocates
speak
of
about that
adoption?
also
Yes,
because this topic has been, running on my head as
yes.
well from a long time.
Yes,
So next thing
because
I want to ask,
he's
yeah,
a office colleague.
yeah,
He could have just hidden, right? We
yes,
wouldn't have known. But
yes, correct,
he was very
correct.
open about it, and then he invited us when the baby had come home. So that's when
Okay,
we could reach out to him, and he explained everything. And but after that, the Sa Shishu Mandir near Nimhans
huh,
is our agency. They are very very
correct,
sweet, nice people. They explained everything and also told
huh.
us about the waiting period, 2 to 4 years. They said so.
Okay, okay. So I think the waiting period started because of the COVID lockdown.
Yes.
Before that, there was not much. I think around a year or something of waiting, right? If I'm not
Yes,
wrong.
yes, yes. COVID delayed it a lot. And I think this delay is like, what to say, piling up. Like now,
Yes, yes.
in
Now
our,
I think
it's
I thought
four,
okay,
four and
after
a half
COVID it
years.
will
Hmm.
decrease, but then it's increasing. Strangely it's increasing.
See, that is also because children are not
Not
in the
free for
what do you say, that
adoption.
free for
Adoption.
adoption, legally free pool.
Yes, legally free.
Even
Yes,
my daughter, she was 11 month old when she had come to us, right? And but she wasn't legally free until she was 11 months. So
correct, correct.
that is the time. So if the child comes to the institute at 2 months or 3 months, doesn't mean that immediately the child will be free, right? So that is what the delay happens, because to make the child legally free, there is a lot of time that is taken
Lot
by
of time.
DCPU.
Correct,
Hmm.
correct, correct. So how did you, this 3 years of waiting, how did you survive those? Like, for few it's easy, for few who feel depressed,
Hmm.
anxiety, lonely. So how was it? Like, what did you do to, keep yourself engaged or, to stay positive during this 3 years of waiting period?
Yeah. So one thing is, we would first see the Kara portal and see our waiting, that they would give the seniority number 2500
Correct,
something,
correct,
and yeah, and it's so frustrating. And then this friend of my husband's, a colleague who introduced us to the adoption
correct.
group, he made us join the Facebook community. And
Okay.
then I joined the WhatsApp community, and everybody was sharing frustration there, right? And
Correct, correct, correct,
and then we were also seeing people are getting their child, so it was a
correct.
ray of hope कि yeah,
Hope.
we were like, okay, मतलब मिलता भी है क्या, मतलब बच्चा ऐसे, like it is so unreal. Like एक तो we are waiting, we are frustrated, and we are like, will that day come when I open and they'll see, I can see my child? Is it even going to
Child's
come true?
photo.
That
Yes,
that
yes, true.
thing comes to your mind. But when you see others are getting their children, that gives you a lot of positive, vibes. No, 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 my child will also come. I'll do this, I'll do that. That's one. And
Correct.
second is, everybody told that whatever sleep you need, whatever travel solo things you need, you
Do
do it
it
now.
now.
You will not get
I
time later.
swear you don't get anything afterwards. You don't get place
So
to sleep also.
exactly. So I went on a solo trip to Arunachal Pradesh.
Okay.
Then my husband and I, we went to different destinations. We went to Maldives and we went to Kashmir. So those year,
Okay.
like we would plan like that. Okay, okay. Before the referral comes, let's go here, let's go there. Let's go to places where we can't take them, like forests where you have to be silent and
Correct,
baby can't
correct,
be crying.
correct,
Or let's go to the movies.
correct.
So the last movie we watched was Avatar, and there were babies crying,
Okay.
and I did not know, should I
And
get
you were like,
irritated or not. Then my husband is like, okay, let's be patient because our time will also come.
will
So
also
things like
come.
that. Yeah, so we did all that
Correct.
fun stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so when you disclosed your plans about adoption to your in-laws or your immediate family members, what was the reaction? How was it? Like they were reciprocative or how was it?
Yes. So, to my in-laws immediately, because we needed somebody to sign the undertaking. So,
Correct,
and that would be my sister-in-law, and she lives
correct.
with my father-in-law and mother-in-law. So,
Okay,
yes. So, the thing is, in our family, like from my husband's side, my husband's aunt, she has been an adoptive parent. Her
okay,
son
okay,
is almost an adult, 17 and a half. He will become adult very soon.
okay, great, great.
So they were they knew the concept, but when this child, my husband's aunt's son, was adopted, the
Huh.
process was not through Kara.
So
They
that
went to
was
missionaries of
before
charity.
Kara, correct,
Yes,
correct,
there were
correct.
still processes and HSR and all that.
Okay,
It's not as simple as they show in movies, but
yeah,
still it
correct.
was not so long. And
So much of
they had a little
waiting
miss.
and all.
Yes, they had a little mishap also. Like they adopted a daughter and she had some disease and she passed away very soon after coming to them.
Oh,
But they
okay,
immediately
okay.
applied again and they got their
Oh,
son.
second child.
Okay.
Okay,
So my in-laws were only concerned that just ensure that things don't happen like that, because it was very very heartbreaking for the
correct.
parent, and they were very strong. They went ahead and applied, and
For the second
they were
child.
strong. Yes,
Correct,
they
correct.
still have the pictures of the first one and
Younger
everything,
one.
but it's a hurt.
Yes.
it's a hurt, right?
Correct, correct.
It's
Agreed.
a grief that no parent should experience. So that is
Correct.
what my mother-in-law was concerned, that please ensure that the baby is healthy, or you are able to take care of the baby, because
Correct.
after bringing the baby there is no looking back. They were counseling us, after bringing the baby there's no looking back.
There's no
I said,
looking back.
yeah,
Yeah. It's a big
yeah.
responsibility.
Exactly. So that way, and my mother also, knew from the very beginning. My mother was just concerned that when will baby come? Like she
Yeah.
has been like, I'm not even able to
Waiting.
tell my neighbors. She's the kind of person who would go and tell, okay, this is
Can't
happening,
hide
that's happening.
something.
Yes, and she will like celebrate and all. So she's not able to celebrate, so and tell the news to anybody. So that
Correct.
was her concern. Yeah.
Correct. Okay. So, how about the baby announcement? So, this is a hot topic that we
Hmm.
have currently. Like whether to hide your adoption or, keep it open, like let people know about it. Like I and you, we talk openly about adoption.
Yes.
I'm also judged a lot when I speak about my adoptive child. It's like, why are you flaunting it? Why do you want people to know about it? Are you showing off? Or, I get such views from people. Keep it
Yes.
hiding. I'm like, why to keep it hiding? It's a reality. It's something that I'm proud of,
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
You hide something that's wrong
That's you
and
are ashamed of. Hmm.
something that you're ashamed of. So yes, I also face a lot of such questions that, why you talking about it, keep it hiding, don't tell people. But then
Hmm.
I think, what are your views on that?
Yes.
We'd
So,
like to
Leena,
hear.
I would say I have evolved. Okay.
Yes.
Before bringing my child home, I did not know what to do and I was not thinking that much. When Riddhi came home, right,
Yeah.
I was like, I had to tell my immediate neighbors who stay in the
Correct.
same floor. But for
Correct.
others who I used to meet outside now,
Correct.
I would be, little bit, what to say, fumble, हिचकिचाता ना होता है ना, like
Hmm.
you are,
Correct.
yeah. But then, I trained myself, ke, what is easy? Easy is
Correct.
to tell the truth. It's
Tell the
not
truth.
that, I'm holding a placard and telling I am walking with my adoptive child. No, I'm not doing
Correct.
that.
Correct.
But
Correct.
if somebody asks me, okay, if somebody asks me, do you give breast milk to your child, for example, okay, because she
Yes.
was an
Yes.
infant. So
Yes.
I would say no, no, I don't. Then
Yeah.
if
Correct.
somebody asks me, but why? Like, do you not have milk supply? Okay. Now, if
Yes.
that person
Yes.
is very unimportant and random passerby who I will not meet next
Correct.
time, I will just say yes and I'll let go. Okay. But if
Correct.
this person is a neighbor who I will meet often, okay, or it's a
Correct.
colleague I will keep meeting, it's better to
Yes.
tell that no, because I'm an adoptive mother, I have not biologically become a mother, so I can't give milk. And it ends
Correct.
the story there. Because if I start making up story, they will ask, oh, milk supply nahi hai, what medicine you had, what
Correct.
time your delivery was Caesar or not. Lot of other questions used to come.
Yes. Yes.
And
Yes.
my
Correct.
father today, he is not alive, but he used to say something that it's very easy to tell the truth because you don't have
Correct.
to think. You are, you can just spontaneously tell. But it's very difficult to lie because you have to back up that lie with other
True. True.
lies, other
Other
lies.
lies. Yeah. And there's
Right.
something
So that
that you're not ashamed of. Why to lie about it? The
exactly,
main thing
exactly.
is.
So, but it was not about ashamed of, Leena. Initially, what people comes to your mind is, what if they judge my child? What if
Correct.
they
Correct.
ask, and they will ask also, right? We have faced that. Like, we have to be very strong to face those questions.
Correct.
So I have written it in that my book also. As soon as you
Correct.
tell that I'm a mother through adoption, they will tell, oh, she is not your real child. Oh, who is the
Yes.
biological
Yes.
mother? How much money did you
Yes.
pay for the child? All these
Yes. Yes.
questions will come.
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes.
initially, because ek to you will have a baby blue, although you have not given birth, you will have a
Correct.
baby blue once
Correct.
baby comes home. You will be in the depression and so many things. And am I capable enough?
Correct.
Those a feeling of guilt and everything will come. Now,
Correct.
second, if somebody, gives you all this gyan, okay, didn't you try doing IVF? And why don't
Correct.
you? She
Correct.
is, all this thing. Do you know about her lineage? All these questions you don't want to, answer. So the
Correct.
easiest
Correct.
way is, to lie. Now, but if you are in a strong mental state, you'd have to work inside, I feel.
Correct.
I went to a lot of therapies also and
Hmm.
everything. So when you look, if you are very strong and if somebody tells you that, who is her biological mother or how much money you paid, I think instead of shying away or feeling scared, there is a lot of scope to, if that person is willing to hear, lot of scope to explain what the process of adoption is. But
Correct.
it depends. If the person is ignorant and just passing the comment, you can just be strong enough to ignore.
Correct.
So or you can address with a humor, right? You can always
Correct.
address with a humor, because if some one person told that, oh, your daughter is so lucky, to have you, I said, yeah, so is your daughter. Not as much
Correct. Correct.
as your daughter. Yeah, you are a better mother than me. The way you conduct yourself,
Correct.
the way you do everything, I think you're a better mother. Your daughter is luckier than my daughter. So I come, tackle with humor. And we there is a book, I forgot the author's name, We Match on the Inside. The name of the book is
Yes.
that. And
Okay.
there, also, the child handles, the parent teach the child to handle in three different ways: either educate or ignore or handle with humor. But to do these
Okay.
three, you have to be very strong
Mentally
mentally
strong.
and confident,
Correct.
and be happy and celebrating adoption. That yes, I mean, we are only the rare ones who have a chosen
For
family.
the
The babies
chosen
have
ones.
kind of,
Yes.
yes, and it's like a bond made by destiny, or you can say that it's a soul
Yes.
connection
It's
or
all
whatever.
destiny. Yes.
Yes. So I feel, we are the privileged ones. And see, every human being will have a herd mentality, and we would always like what majority will do. We are the
Correct.
minority, and not only us, see, in every field, the minorities always feel a little bit, what to say, little bit shy to talk about themselves, to open up, to be
Yes.
closeted. But then the best thing is to train your mind, train yourself to be so strong that you can speak the truth. And even if you're judged, you can just, give two hoots about it and then move on.
Obviously.
So that's
Yes.
my take on it. And also, your child learns from you, right?
Yes.
Your child also learns from you. If your child is hearing so every adoptive parent are told by the counselors to uh,
Disclose.
tell their adoption story, disclose
Yes.
from beginning. Now, if I'm telling,
Yes.
and this happened to our relative who I was talking about
Yes.
sometimes back, she
Huh.
also told that, Rahul knew from beginning that he was a hard baby. We were looking everywhere. Mother Teresa gave him. He knew everything. But
Okay.
one of her colleagues came, the mother's colleague came, and she was asking my aunt that where was he born? And she suddenly said, in Guwahati hospital. Some random stuff she gave
Hmm.
only to like stop the
To just
conversation.
stop the
And that
conversation.
triggered the child. The child literally told, why were
Hmm.
you
Hmm.
lying? Am I
Correct. Correct.
really
Correct.
born there? Did you bring me from there? It's all this while.
Correct.
Were you lying to me that, I have come from Mother Teresa and I'm actually, I was born in Guwahati hospital? Were you?
Correct, correct,
deceiving me. And the child went to a lot
correct,
of issues. So she also suggested that, be very bold about it. So
correct.
yeah, so all this, taking into consideration, I am very open about our story.
I think as much we normalize adoption, it's going to be easier for our
Hmm.
kids. So if they see something, we are hiding something and they find it out from somewhere else, it's going
Hmm.
to be more difficult for them to, take it in and they'll be like, there's something wrong that mama and papa are
Hmm.
hiding from me.
Hmm.
So adoption is something wrong, you know.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
yes, I completely agree with you, and I'm also very much open about my adoption with my child as well as with the people around. So, have you faced any mean comments from people when you disclose this about adoption,
Yes, yes, yes.
and
So
how you
one
deal
thing,
with it?
yes. So Leena, if you have seen my picture, my daughter's picture, right? She
Hmm.
resembles me a lot. Okay.
Yes,
If you see
yes.
my childhood picture also, and it happens to many adoptive
Many, many.
parents, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So yeah, so one of them told me that, are you just telling adoption because it's like a good thing to do? I think your
Oh,
daughter is from surrogacy and not adoption. Are you sure? And
okay.
she's telling me, are you sure she is an adopt? She's come through adoption and not through surrogacy because she looks
Correct, correct.
like you.
Looks like you. Yes,
So
yes.
yeah. So I said, yeah, that's what Almighty had decided. We had no control over it. And then things not mean, I mean, towards me, but towards the child. Okay, that how
Hmm.
do which family she has come from? Is she okay? One person told me she does not look adopted. She looks like
Hmm.
she's from a good family.
What does that mean? Yeah. It's really,
Yes,
sometimes people you don't expect such things from, they say such things. So it's really very awkward and, disappointing. But
yes.
it's okay. It's all a part and parcel of our life. We just have to face it properly and,
Hmm.
give them the answers that are required. So,
Yes, so such
things
people
don't
you should,
repeat.
yes, such people you just should not waste your energy in replying. You
Correct.
can just tell that, yeah, even your child looks like she's from a great family. Just, just give it back. I mean, whatever they're telling you, repeat the
Give it
same
the
thing
same
back
way.
to them, and let them have the taste of their own medicines. That's all.
Correct. Correct. So, during this adoption procedure, when you started, you said you Googled about it. What was the next thing you did? This is, I know very many adoptive parents are very well aware of all these things, but I think if people who are still in the process of adoption and will watch our live or are watching currently, it's for them. Like after Google, what was your next step? Like you went into Kara, you went on the
Yes,
website, and yeah,
yes. So there you have to choose your local HSR agency, right, who would do your
yes,
home study report.
correct.
So that's when, we had chosen one of the agencies, and then they called up. They said, not us, you contact Shishu Mandir Koramangala. They are nearer to you.
Okay,
So they would
okay,
come and do your HSR. And
okay,
Shishu Mandir Koramangala is one of the best, agencies. I've heard from other parents also, like
okay,
if you visit there, it's so calming, and the environment is also very nice. Okay.
okay,
So we visited them and they explained everything to us, that
okay,
these are the very, in a very detailed way they explained. And then we started doing the documentation. So we applied in May and
okay,
2019, and by June 2019 we were done with all the applications and everything.
okay,
So
okay,
Shishu Mandir was our point of contact until we knew other adoptive parents. Till then, we were not
okay.
part of any groups, so we did not know who to ask. But and another thing, such miraculous things happened also in the journey.
Hmm.
When we went for our medical test, right? So
Yeah.
our doctor also was very sweet. Okay, he's like, yeah, in my family also many people have adopted. You will get your
Okay.
baby soon.
So
I'll do
everyone was
everything.
encouraging.
Yes. Yes, yes. At least, the doctor who did our medical checkup, he was,
Correct.
very, very encouraging.
Correct. correct.
Sorry, one
So
minute.
that is very important that you
Yeah,
have, positive people around you, already you're in so much of, discussions at home and all, but people, if you find all positive people around, it's very easy
yeah.
to go ahead.
Yeah. So what happened with the doctor? Let me share this. Such a miraculous thing. We did all the medical tests, and he did not know what to do. We did not know what to do. He wrote in a handwritten letter that they are medically fit and everything. We did not
Correct,
know about
correct.
the format. Shishu
Format,
Mandir had not given us any
yes,
format yet.
yes.
So, and then we left and we came back home. And then
Ah,
the doctor called from the chamber at around 7:30. He said, I'm
okay.
leaving. Just after you guys left, another couple came for
Oh,
a medical checkup
oh,
for adoption, and they
okay.
had a format, and you have to do it in a format.
Uh-huh.
So please come. I have kept everything ready, all of the
Oh,
things. Seeing your report, I have kept
such a
the format
nice
ready.
doctor.
Just come, and yes, he's Dr. Sharat
Very,
Hornaki.
very
He's from
nice.
Bangalore.
Very nice.
So
Yes,
he
yes.
has told us that, just after you guys left, two people, a couple came and they took this from me. So, I've kept
Okay.
everything ready. You come and, take it back. So I'm getting goosebumps as I say that, all of
Yeah,
things,
such
they were like
supportive
falling into place.
doctors. Very
Yes.
nice.
Hmm.
Yes. So once you did the documentation and your HSR part was done. So
Hmm.
what is done in HSR? Like, if you could
Yes.
just tell us about.
Yes. So home study report, you would know, but I'm elaborating
Yeah,
for the
I
other people who are
know,
watching us.
but yeah, if
As
any
yes,
prospective parents or someone who has applied right
yes.
now, or anyone who is watching who wants to apply, so it's for them.
Exactly. So, first of all the documents that you have submitted, they will come and verify. They'll come home. One person
Yeah,
who's a social worker from the local agency. They
correct.
would come home and they will validate all the documents that you have uploaded, the original ones, your
Okay,
PAN card or your income tax, ITR, and everything. You again have to kind of once you have uploaded, it's fine, but you have to take a printer. Like for example, ITR, you have to take printout. PAN card, two Xerox copies, but you have to keep the original also for verification.
correct,
So all these
correct,
documents, there is a list of documents which you have to keep. But the most interesting part is they give a questionnaire,
correct,
and
correct.
yes, so it's I think
A big,
3 page back to back
correct,
3 4 pages back to back questionnaire where you have
correct.
to fill lot of questions, and these are
Lot
all
of
the psychometric
questions.
questions that how will you disclose your
Yes,
child about their root, and will you like is your extended family on board with you in this journey, will you help your child in root search,
correct,
or if you have another child in future, how will you take care, what is your child care plan, so all lot of questions like that were there,
correct,
and
correct.
we had to fill. And the sad thing is we actually had to do HSR 2 times because our
Oh,
waiting period is 4 years,
yeah.
and
Correct,
in
correct.
3 years you have to redo this process
Redo
again. So
this.
next
Yes.
time we were smart, okay, we knew the format, so we typed everything, and we took a printout of
Correct.
these answers, because
Correct.
the first time hands
And
were
we are not
paining
used to
writing.
writing. We are not used to
Yes.
writing nowadays.
So, and then
So it's really
individually,
difficult.
husband also, for couples, husband also has to fill,
Yes,
wife also
husband
has to
has to
fill.
fill. Yes, yes, correct.
So, and so we're like, our answers also probably did not match, because we were like, initially we were discussing and writing, and then later on, okay, to hell with it, we will just let us write, what comes to our
Correct.
mind. So, yeah, that's one
Correct.
thing that we have to do
So
during HSR. And
one
they'll see the
point to
house. Hmm.
correct. So one point to note for those who are in their waiting period that after 3 years you have to repeat your HSR, you have to renew it. So in
Hmm.
case you are close to 3 years, you can just get in touch with your SAA and
Hmm.
HSR agency and just get it redone. Okay?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell me ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, then this person who came, he saw or surveyed our house. My mother was there. He asked few questions, normal questions, that will you be there when the child comes home, because these two people are
Correct.
working, they'll go out.
Correct.
All this normal chit chat, and then then they upload the document, and then you are put on the prospective adoptive parent pool.
Correct. Correct. So after that, the waiting period begins.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So after 3 years of waiting, 3 or 4 years in your case,
Hmm,
huh?
hmm. 4 years,
So,
yes.
the day you got Riddhi's photograph, what
Hmm.
was your, khushi ka ठिकाना nahi we say. So, what was
Yeah,
it like? What was the reaction? I remember my days very well, and I think I'll never forget that day. So, how was it? The waiting, the anxiety, the depression, or
yeah,
overthinking
yeah.
everything,
No, I'll share a very small story which I'm not proud of, but I
Huh,
think that's what, God made us do. And other parents who are watching, don't, this is not something that, you should learn from. So
correct.
unfortunately, we had to let go of our first two referrals.
Okay.
Okay. And
Yeah,
it was very, very heartbreaking. And it was
correct.
not, it was due to severe health issues in the first case. And there
Okay.
was our personal, issues due to which we had to,
Let go.
lock our profile for a while. We had to keep it
Okay,
on hold.
okay,
But as Kara
okay,
is slow, they still sent the referral.
okay.
And yeah, so there are some details which I'm not comfortable sharing and I won't,
No
but
issues.
it was a
You
very,
don't
very,
have to
yes. Yes, so it's a very unfortunate thing, and I'm not very proud of it.
see.
And I hope
I will.
nobody
I
has
will
to,
like to. I will like
yeah,
to
and nobody
add a
I
few.
hope has to go through this.
Yes.
Yes, yes, Leena,
So I
please add. Yeah,
like to add something that I think Riddhi was in your destiny. So whatever
yes,
happened was to happen. So don't think too much about it. I think Riddhi was in your destiny and she was yet to
yes,
find you. So that is why whatever
yes,
happened, you had to lock your profile or whatever it is. I think even the
hmm,
COVID period, we had
yes,
to wait for so long. Like my baby was born in 2021. How could I get her in 2019? So I
hmm,
registered in 2018. So now when I think my
hmm,
baby was born in 2021, so
hmm,
she had to somehow come into my life. So
yes,
that is the reason COVID happened. That is the reason waiting happened. So I think the child that was in our destiny found us at the right time, and that's when they came into our life.
yes,
So
yes,
uh,
yes,
yeah, that
yes,
is
yes.
that is how I think it in a positive
Yes,
way.
yes. So, that's how I started thinking because especially, we tried talking to Kara that, we had put a profile on hold. They said, we did not see, you should follow up. It was still or not on hold. And the child is perfectly healthy and very
Correct,
beautiful. And I went into depression and I kept telling sorry to I don't know, it was very, very sad. So I don't want to go too
correct,
much and make people negative. And I
correct,
hope this does
correct.
not happen to anybody. But again, like you said,
Yes.
Leena, it
So I'll
was a destiny. It was like
yes, yes.
God was playing some game with us and, made us
Correct,
feel that.
correct,
So for that reason, because Riddhi was like, what to say, that we were like, I told I will not even see the medical report for this child.
correct.
Third referral, whatever I get, I will not, as soon as I get, I will close my eyes, I
Accept
will
it.
go and submit.
Correct,
Okay, I will not even see medical reports because I actually, formality sake, I went to a nearby hospital. They said this test is not there, that test is not there. I said, okay, forget it.
mm,
I'm not getting that test or
correct,
anything. She is ours. I'm
correct,
getting her.
correct,
So there were a few tests which were not there, but we were like, okay, fine. I don't care at all. So
correct,
the reaction is like, I don't know. I was like, I will not look at picture. I'll not look at medical report, but medically also everything was fine. Only few bera and few hearing and few tests were missing.
test
I
on
said,
missing.
okay, what at most what will happen?
Hmm.
There will be some hearing problem. I'll put the hearing aid. Nothing. I will solve
Correct,
everything. But
correct,
she is supposed to be coming to me, and I will kind of I'm bringing her home. So
correct.
then what happened is when we called our social workers, they were very fond
SAX.
of Riddhi.
Correct.
Okay, her name was not Riddhi, her name was something else. She
You
had a very
don't
beautiful name. We had
have
that.
to disclose
No,
it.
no,
Yeah.
that's a nickname
Huh.
actually. We
Okay.
didn't throw that name away. That's
Okay. You
a
have kept
nickname.
it. Okay.
Yes,
Great.
yes,
Great.
yes. We haven't thrown anything from the past. So even her pictures from the SA is with us. So we
Correct.
keep showing her pictures also from the day one she entered. She was only wrapped in a towel, and even that
Oh.
picture I have when I show her. So she said Peckham. Her nickname is also Peckham. Peckham means peacock's feathers. Okay, very
Oh.
beautiful
Wow.
name.
Nice.
So
Very
they said
nice.
that Peckham is a very sweet child, but she does not go to everybody. That just see if she is bonding with you or not.
Huh.
She will not go to everybody. I said, okay, I don't care. I'm going without a return ticket. I'll make a tent
Correct.
outside your agency. and I will stay. And see again, destiny. The agency was 1 kilometer from my in-laws' place.
Oh,
We could even walk and go there.
oh, that
It
was
was
so
that,
close.
yes. So we went without a return ticket. That okay, we have a place to
Okay.
stay where we don't have
Place
to
to
pay.
stay. Yes.
Yes, Papa
Yes.
ka hotel is there. So we will stay there. And every morning we would go and meet her. But
Okay.
I don't know. She's actually a very shy child, and now also she will not go to strangers.
Strangers.
But she was just the moment she saw us, she immediately came to us.
It's like a miracle.
It's a miracle. So she was like there, and then her, all her caregivers also started telling, like I was telling, that she was not legally free, and we were really worried because
Okay.
people also reject based on age, that the
Correct.
child will not
Correct.
bond
Correct.
and all, which is completely wrong. Okay, because my child was, she could recognize people
Correct.
already, and she had started getting attachment
Correct.
also
Correct.
with her
Correct.
caregivers. But
Caregivers. Yeah.
but they are programmed like, again, I'm just taking Almighty's name all over again, but somehow, that is, they also know in their heart that, these are my parents. So
Correct.
she immediately
There's
came
this
to
soul
us.
connect. For sure, there's
Yes,
some soul connect that we have had with these children that they get attached to us so well. And, I think we are
yes.
blessed more than them that,
No,
they are
no,
coming in our
of
families
course,
and,
of course, of course, of course. And when we took her also, like 6 days, we kept meeting her.
okay.
Then the day we had her, her the ACM, adoption committee meeting,
Huh.
she was asleep.
Okay.
And then her social workers are very, very attached to her. Even today, they are.
Okay.
I'm also in touch with them, and they visit us when we go to Kolkata. They love her a lot.
Okay.
They are like, no, no, no,
Okay.
she's sleeping. They also have this. Okay, no, 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 she's sleeping. That's why she's not crying. Otherwise, she's very attached to us. She will definitely cry. Like that, not in a bad way. Okay, not, don't take it in a bad way. Whoever is
Correct.
watching, in a
Correct.
very sweet way.
Correct.
Okay, like
Correct.
kind of a very
They
sweet
also
jealousy. That no, no, she
get
will not.
attached to the children.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, they were
It's
crying.
very,
Some of the nurses were
it's
crying.
very this thing normal, yeah. Because even
Yeah,
when we meet kids, we get attached to them. So
and
they
her
have to
nurses
spend
were
so much time
crying.
with them.
Yeah, everybody was crying, and they were like, okay, she's leaving, and they're crying and all. And they said, once she wakes up, she'll cry. But if you see her picture when she's getting handed over, she was serious. She was not smiling,
Huh,
but she did not cry. And we took her in the
correct.
car and came home. She did not
Huh,
cry. At least, the morning part, she did not cry. Of course, after that, the children's, crying and laughing and all of that will happen,
correct. Correct.
had
Correct.
happened. But that thing did not happen, that no, I don't want to go, or I'm attached to this person. That did not
Correct.
happen. When
That
we
doesn't
got her
happen.
home, 3, 4 days later, if another person like the neighbor or the domestic help would want to take her, she would not go to them. She would
Not
only
go
be
to them.
with me. So she definitely has an attachment thingy, that she is
Correct.
specific to people, but somehow she knew from before that, and I think
That
she only played the trick that, okay,
correct.
I will also wait. They will make them also wait, so
Correct.
that,
Correct.
we
That's
are
true.
united.
Correct. Correct. That's true. That's true. So I think I'll appreciate you that you were very truthful and you told us about the referrals that you have passed on. People, it was not necessary, but still I'll really appreciate that you were so truthful about it. And so how was the meeting with the in the when you went to take Riddhi? How was the meeting, the interview that happens over there? We were very nervous about the interview. It went very well, but how was it with you?
Yes, so there was one person who I'm good friends with now, but I used to
Okay.
dislike her a lot but it is good. Like such people only should be there in agencies. She
Yeah.
was, her name was Shonchita, and she's, I don't know if she's watching the video or not. She's in my friend list also. She was very strict with us. Okay, she is like, who will take care of her? You both will go to office. Then okay, lot of very, very strict questions. Why only your mother is going? Why his mother is not going? And lot of policing she did. Okay, and to that extent that one day we got her a musical toy, and next day we
Hmm.
got, because we are also new parents, and every day
Correct,
new
correct.
toys, we will get. Next day we got another toy. Why did you bring a new toy now? She got attached to that toy. You should bring same toy every day. So she was like a police. Okay, so I
Okay,
used
okay,
to
to the
kind of,
agency.
Yes, she's not a resident. She is a social worker.
Right.
She
Okay.
does all the processes. But yeah, she was very, very kind of attached to
To
Didi.
Riddhi.
And
Okay.
the resident social worker Rupa, she also is in touch with us, and very close. She was very close to her. Like all her pictures from the SA is with this lady, Rupa, and
Hmm.
she was a little emotional because she lived almost 9, 10 months like with her,
With
right?
her.
So she
Correct.
and Riddhi almost was kind of her pet because many children get adopted very fast. For her, it was taking time.
Time.
So she kind of
Okay.
got very attached. So she was very, very
Attached to it.
emotional. Yes, and but she was guiding us. And final ACM day was very easy because of the first person who policed us every day and told us also, if he asks you this, you will tell this. If he
Do
asks you that,
this.
you will tell that. Okay, so
Correct.
she was like a teacher come police, and she explained us everything. So final day when with DCPU, when we had the ACM, that time it was
Correct.
very easy. Yeah, he just asked, okay, the most important thing is the pre-adoption counseling. It is a
Correct. Correct.
mandatory now. I don't know when Shreya came, maybe
Yes,
it
yes.
was
Even
there.
we
It
had
was a
that. Yeah.
mandatory, right?
Yes,
So
yes, yes,
it
yes.
was mandatory to be done. So for
Correct.
that, Radha Nagesh ma'am helped us a lot,
Okay.
along
Yeah.
with Shishu
Yeah.
Mandir. And
Okay.
she gave a stamp that, I have counseled them, and asked Shishu Mandir to generate a report out of that. So that we had to
Okay.
take. And our Riddhi social agency was very, very particular about this report, that you
Correct.
have to be counseled, beforehand.
Beforehand.
And it is
Correct.
important also, I think.
Correct. Correct. Because this
Yeah.
is a lifetime responsibility. It's not like,
Hmm.
take home the child and, if you're not comfortable, give it back. It's not like that. It is a lifetime responsibility. So I think it is very important to be counseled even now when, right. I think the first step when you think about adoption should be going for a counseling,
Yes.
to check if you are yourself prepared and confident about a child coming into your life, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we
There
have,
is one question I can
yeah,
see.
we have one question. Can you please explain the referral process? I'm still confused about it. It's from Rini Roy. Can you help us with the referral process?
Yeah. So basically, as you wait, your seniority will keep decreasing. So it's like you're
Yes.
standing in a queue and you're slowly moving forward. It's very slow. So after 3 years, so based on, suppose you have applied in 2019, I applied in 2019 May.
Ah.
As I was part of the group, I knew which month's referral is going on. So as
So
soon as
it's majorly on the
2019,
registration date also,
yes, it is on the registration date only
date
and the
itself. Yeah.
availability of the child.
Yes, yes.
So on in that the states that you have chosen, now I think the state option is not there. You're supposed to
Not
choose only from your zone. In our time,
zone.
we could choose
Yes.
a state. So we had chosen West Bengal, for example. So in West Bengal, what date is going on? That you have to know. Even if
Correct.
you don't have any friends who you can ask in the adoptive community, you can call Kara, and you have to keep calling them. But as soon as you call, tell this is, you have to tell your registration number. This is my
Huh.
registration number, and I want to, know in this state. And they will only
Huh.
tell your state. Okay, they will check with your registration number. Okay, your state is West Bengal. Okay, West Bengal right now April is going on. So for May, another 2 months would be needed. So they will also tell
Correct.
you. Okay.
Correct. So
Uh,
she has
so
messaged back saying that we applied on 2021. So I think next year, na,
Yes,
she
so
should receive
20, I think, okay, Sahana is live.
21.
She can tell better. I think 2020 September is going on for All India. I'm not sure.
Ah,
But helpline will be able to give you the correct information.
correct. Yes.
Okay, you
I
have to
think
tell
there's
your
three and a half
yes.
years of wait, I think, going on
Hmm.
right now. So I
Yes.
think Kara helpline will be helpful, but yeah,
Yes, so they will be able to tell you for your chosen location,
yes,
the state or zone, what date is going on right now. So
correct,
if they say that,
correct.
okay, it is in 2020 December, then you can roughly calculate that maybe it will take around 9 months more for me,
9 more
roughly
months,
9 months
yes,
plus.
correct,
If they say it's 2021 has started, it is in August, for example, then you should,
hmm,
buck up that, okay, now
correct,
September is just next, and in 1 or 2 months I'll get my reference. So that is how you have
correct,
to calculate.
correct. So
And
one more
let me.
question we have. Please let me know some groups where we can join as PAPs. You can talk about this, Somnath. In the
Yes, so
meanwhile,
there is a
I'll
group
also,
called.
yeah,
Yes, you can see the other questions. So I'll just answer this. There is
yes,
a group called For and Of Heart Babies.
yes.
We will type it here, or maybe Leena, once you
Yeah,
post it,
once, yes, yes.
you
So I
can.
guess I will share it on my story as well as
Hmm.
if you DM me, I will DM the groups to you.
Yes. So I just typed it. You have
Yeah,
to, you have to find this group, and nobody
on
invited
Facebook.
us. Yes, on Facebook, and we just, sent a request, and they'll ask you, are you a PAP or are you an AP? So PAP is prospective adoptive parent, and AP is adoptive parent. So only if you're a prospective adoptive parent or an adoptive parent, or you are contemplating adoption, they will let you in, because it's a closed group.
Correct,
Second thing is,
correct.
your profile should be unlocked. If your Facebook profile is locked and you are sending them request, for adding you, they will not do that, because the
Correct,
moderators do not know which are the fake profiles. So
correct,
please
correct.
unlock your profile before you send the request. And once you are added, maybe you can lock it again
Look at
for
it.
security reason.
Correct. So I
So this
pinned
is
the
what you have.
comment that Somdatta has made for and of heart babies. It's on Facebook. Okay.
Yes. And Rini, how do you get the referral? Is it through? No, it is not only through SMS. We get SMS and we get email, and also on the portal it shows. When you open Kinkara portal, only in the
Hmm.
referrals they will show. Also, they will call you. They'll call you 3-4 times, not once, but 3-4 times from Kara. They'll call you until you accept, the referral. If you don't want to go with the referral, you don't do anything on the portal. You don't reject, don't do anything. Just sit quiet and wait for 48 hours to pass. Automatically, your one chance will go. You have three chances. Um,
Correct,
so I just, yes. So one, if
correct.
when you see, and you will get two reports along with the child's picture in your Kara profile. And
Correct.
also, I think, in the email also, will they send? No, in email they'll send a
No, only in
notification.
the notification.
Yeah,
Yes.
only notification that you go to Kara and you can see the details. And then you
Yes,
can see
yes.
the picture, you can see CSR and MER. Two reports are there. One is child
Yes,
study
yes.
report and one is medical examination report. So one is
Correct.
child study report, is how is the child behaving? Is she, smiling back, or, age appropriate thing? What, like
About the
for my.
milestones.
Yes, is she,
Correct,
babbling? Is she
correct,
walking? Is she sitting without support? All of that. And
correct.
medical examination report is everything, the
All
complete
the
blood
reports.
work and
Correct,
hearing test and lot of other medical tests are there.
correct, correct, correct. So I think after you got the you were done with the court hearing and all that. So how many days did
Yes.
it take for the court order to reach you
Yeah.
and
So
the
in
birth
our
certificate?
case, yes, Leena. So in our case, it was DM. So I think for Shreya, you would have gone to the court,
Huh,
and you are from
huh.
Maharashtra, right?
Maharashtra, yes,
So
yes.
Maharashtra still has, I don't know exactly what is going on in Maharashtra, but there was some confusion between court and DM, district magistrate. But
Huh.
for the other
So
state,
right
it is
now I don't know,
completely.
but during my period it was court only.
Yes, and till recently, Maharashtra, there was some confusion. So I can't talk about Maharashtra, but uh, other states, it is no longer court hearing. It is a district magistrate hearing. So your
Huh.
social agency from where you are getting your child, like in my daughter's case, the Kolkata SA,
Hmm.
they applied for the adoption, the legal process to the district magistrate. So we had to go
Hmm.
to the district magistrate's office, and it is, it's like a room where the DM sits, and the
Correct.
DM would also ask you tough questions. So more than the
Questions,
ACM, we
yes.
felt DM was a little strict with us.
Hmm.
Yes, so he started that way, that uh, who, like, you both are going out for work, she's
Hmm.
alone at home, like that. Okay, said no, definitely she's
Correct.
not alone, and I am on maternity leave. My company has given 6 months. So you have to
Correct.
explain your child care plan,
Correct.
and they will be little rude with purpose. Like there is also a reason.
Yes.
They cannot be soft with
Yes.
you because they
Correct.
also have to judge if you are the right fit for the child. So
Correct. Correct.
DM will ask very tough questions and they'll tell that, do you not get irritated when she bugs you when you're working? Things in a very negative, connotated
Correct.
way,
Correct.
and just to
Correct.
bring out our frustration. So a lot
Correct.
of questions like that, he asked us, and then after that he said that okay, fine, you can go. And then he gave a chocolate to her, and then I said that okay, I kept it in my pocket. He said it's not for you to eat, it's for her. Okay, and like that. So it ended very
So
sweetly,
I think
and
they
then
have
she.
to keep a little tough side just to see
Hmm.
whether the parents are suitable for the kids or not, you know.
Yes, 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 yes. And then they will upload the report on the Kara portal itself. And
Correct.
birth certificate is a big thing. We had to fight a little bit for the birth certificate because
Okay.
in Kolkata, so according to Kara and also the Ministry of I think it's called the Ministry of Child Affairs or Ministry of Life and Death,
Huh.
who regulates the birth certificate and death certificate. The government body
Yeah.
has a circular that your agency name cannot come in your birth certificate,
Yes.
because
Correct.
when your
Correct.
child goes with the birth certificate to anywhere, that child should not be discriminated based on
Correct. Correct.
their birth legacy, right?
Birth
So
legacy.
but in
Yes. Correct.
Kolkata they were not following that. They were still putting agency
Okay.
name, and they were not
Oh.
agreeing with us. So we had a little bit of a fight.
Okay.
Thankfully, I would say our social agency was good. Initially, they were also pushing back and said that no one else has asked for this, and you are the first people. But when we explained what is the
Okay.
reason,
Okay.
and then there were a lot of to and fro with Kara and Sara and everything. So birth certificate
Oh.
took a lot of time. So September,
Okay.
August, September, January we got her home, and September we got the birth certificate. Court order came within
Okay.
1 month only, but birth certificate for us took six
Took
to
time.
seven months.
So
Yes.
before you, it was mentioning the agency name in
Yes,
the birth
yes,
certificate.
yes,
Oh, that's
yes. So
strange,
it
no?
it is a
Hmm.
problem with Kolkata.
So
Even
now, how
now,
is
even
it
after me,
now? How is it now?
yes, now also the same problem exists.
Oh,
Even
it's
after
there.
me, another
So just
another
because you
adopted
fought for
parent.
it, it's you got it
Yes, so
resolved.
another AP
Okay.
after me also, kind of took inspiration from our fight, and she also fought it out very well, and she got the birth certificate the way it is directed by the government. Kara also
Okay.
has a circular for that, that this is how it should be.
Okay.
So yeah, hopefully should be streamlined now. Like even
Yeah,
Dr. Pati is
hopefully, yeah.
also aware of this thing that's happening in Kolkata, because we marked him in
Okay.
the emails, and he
Correct.
also kind of pitched in and made things fine for us.
Okay.
But Kara had been supportive. I don't have much complaints about Kara, to be honest,
Kara.
because
Hmm.
somebody as busy as Dr.
Yes,
Pati
yes.
is also kind of, you know,
Yes,
helping.
correct.
It's a big
Correct.
thing, right?
It's a big thing. Yes, yes. So we have a few questions. Rini, it's okay. Don't say sorry. We are liking that you're asking questions to us. So thank you. Do you have to wait till you come to seniority to number one?
No, no, no. Number one doesn't matter. Your seniority number doesn't matter at all. It is only your registration date. And if you might be in seniority one and still you might not get referral if the child is not available in that location. See, it all depends on the availability of children in that location, and till what point parents have got their children, like till the what date people have registered and they have got their child. So if you are the next in line, you would get only if there is a child availability. Because I know a parent from Delhi. She was waiting for a boy child, but in Delhi, boy child of that age group was not available for a long time. So her seniority was, I think, very small, two or one or something, but she was still waiting for months.
Correct. So one more question we have. Often reports for SN children are misleading or incomplete. Is it a good idea to rely on the MER for the referred child?
It's a tough question. Uh, So, special needs children is a completely different category. I don't understand if you're asking about the special needs immediate placement category, where you scan through all the reports and then you take, kind of reserve the child. Are you talking about you have applied in normal category, but By
But
chance you have got a
refer the
yes,
SN child by
yes, yes,
mistake. Yeah.
yes.
So in case of SN children, I think you can go and meet the children. You can accept the referral. You can go and meet the children if there's major issue and you want to take it back. You can do that, right? Without missing your seniority.
Yes, but I think once you for immediate placement, the rules are different. Immediate placement, people can reserve and still maintain their seniority. But in case you have applied initially in normal category, but by mistake an SN child is referred. If
No,
and
no,
you have
no.
found out
I'm
through
not
the
talking
MER.
about that. No, I'm not
Okay.
talking about that. I'm talking about the SN category
Yeah,
specifically.
I think in SN category, in the immediate placement category, if
Huh,
you have seen a
huh.
son
Yes,
child and then you have reserved and you have not gone ahead, I think the seniority is restored within one
it's
month.
restored. Huh.
But my suggestion would be that to go through the MER, not because when you reserve, the child also is blocked, right? Another person is
Yes,
not
yes,
able to
for a
reserve the
month.
child.
Yes, correct,
So please see the MER and be 100% sure and then reserve. And once you have reserved,
yes,
go for the child. God will make
yeah,
everything right. And if you have
yes,
taken such a big step to choose from SN category, and the MER is
correct.
satisfactory, I think go. I don't understand misleading or
Go ahead.
incomplete, maybe because I was not looking at those, so I not the right person to answer if it's really
Correct,
incomplete. And also, if things are incomplete, you can ask the SAR to get more tests done. There is
correct,
also a rule in, Kara has, given some mandatory tests. Even for normal category, those tests have to be done. If the mandatory tests are not done, you can definitely go back to SA and take Kara's help and ask them to get those tests and give you until you are satisfied. And for
correct.
SN,
So I
I
think
think
there's a
the
list
leeway is
of
also
that
more.
test. I think there's a list of that test. What I'll do is
Hmm.
I'll post that list on the page. So
Yes,
you all are
yes.
aware of what all reports are mandatory, even in the normal category. And in case you feel that relying on the MER is not a good idea, I think you can just ask them for whatever tests are required and whatever that are mandatory, that will be shared by the SA for sure. And in case SA is not cooperating, you can get in touch with your, the regional associates as well, right?
And drop an email to Kara. Like there
Kara,
is a grievance section on the Kara portal only. You can always
correct,
raise a grievance there. And
correct.
agency contact doesn't work is a truth actually. Many agency numbers don't work.
Hmm.
But then, what you can do if you're part of this group, right? Foreign of Heart Babies, you can just post
Yeah,
that has anybody adopted from this SA,
agency.
and somebody
Yeah,
or the other you will find a contact who will help you with the contact information.
correct,
Sometimes it's
correct.
not updated, that is true.
Contact doesn't work. Okay, so we have answered the second question, next question also about the agency contact information, right?
And there is
Next
also another one. Somebody has
is,
Nishant, that how do you adopt a
Nishantini.
child?
We also would like to adopt a baby. May I know the process? She has already given the process previously, but in brief, if you could just tell it again,
Yeah,
Somdatta, if
just go to
possible.
Kara, just go to,
Website.
kara.gov.in, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Leena will
Dot-
post the
Yeah, I
website
will
name. So
post the
just
website.
just go there and start exploring. You will get all your answers there. The first step is going to Kara and applying. After that, once you are in the process, once you have registered, you will know the step by step processes. And if you hear this recording again, you will have all the initial things that are done.
Correct. Also, I will post a step-by-step process for application for adoption, like how to register and how to go ahead with it. So give me a few days time. I will post that also on the page. So Amino has again replied, no, I want to know about the regular category. Okay, she wants to know that in normal category, sometimes we get, SN children, by mistake. So
Yes,
that
yes,
she wants to know.
yes. So that happens. See, the thing is, what you call as SN might not be SN for Kara. Okay, or for, so I'm just telling from my experience. Okay, that the even we were referred a child with some issues, and according to Kara, there are some specific things which you know are which falls under the SN category. Now, for our case, the issue was severe orthopedic, deformity. So that is something that is under the SN, like how do you categorize the child as an SN? So that it was falling under that category. But and I'm also happy for this, but the child, when she was referred, once we did not reserve, this child was referred again to another parent, and they, adopted the child, which is very good. The child found a home. So in that case, Kara will not consider the child was SN. I don't want to say that if it's fair or not fair, but I think it's how it is. That two things. One is the health issue is so bad that even your doctor has given in red written, and that and the Kara medical officer also agrees to it. That is part one. But part two is also when the child is, if suppose Kara thinks that it is, no, it's minor, it is not a special needs, and some problem happened, it is cured, in our eyes it is not a special needs child, and they refer the child again, and the child is adopted by another parent, then Kara will actually not consider your appeal to nullify your referral. So you lose one chance in that case. So you have three chances. If by hap of fortune, even if it happens once, it will not happen all the time. I can tell you, vouch for it from my experience. It can happen only once. So, but if it happens, Kara will also, when you're not accepting the referral, also Kara will ask you the reason. You have to give a proper reason. So you can write that reason, that this is the reason. Even if they nullify your, referral, is good. But if not, the next referral, definitely you will, get your child. That's what would be my take. Leena, do you want to add anything on it?
So we have answered this, right? That there are referrals together or separate days.
No, no, it's not together. It's like minimum 60 days
60
gap
days.
will be there once you don't. Yes. Now it is 60 days. Yes.
Yes.
30 to 60
So
days, they say. Yeah, 30 to 60 days.
yeah. So Rini, first referral, suppose I'm getting my first referral today and some reason I don't go ahead with it, I pass it on. So the next referral we will get after 60 days. In case you pass it on the second as well, the third you will get it after 60 days. And in case you pass that as well, you go directly back to 3.5 years of
Yes.
waiting again.
Correct.
So be very sure when you're passing your referrals. There are many
Yes.
cases I've seen that people have passed the cases and the babies have been very healthy and everything is
Yes.
great with them. So there
Yes.
many times there are errors when it comes to MER. Majorly I've seen errors when it comes to head circumference. So you have to double check things. If you find something, if your doctor is saying something is not correct, don't just go and pass it on. Ask them again
Yes.
and again for the reports or clarity on whatever you want. Ask them for latest photos or videos, or ask them if they are doing these actions or not. Many times MERs are filled much before the
Yes.
suppose we are getting the referral today and the MER is around 3-4 months back MER. So the milestones are not mentioned in it. So
Yes.
I think it's better to keep questioning and keep asking before passing the referrals. So
Exactly.
yeah,
And another thing I would say, because I am kind of, I have gone through this stage, passing on a referral is as depressing as going through a miscarriage. I would say
yes,
that. Okay.
correct, correct,
It is
correct,
very, very depressing. It's not easy. Okay.
correct,
So once you pass, you will think about that picture will come in your dream, and you will feel sorry, and it's terrible. So, I just hope and pray nobody has to pass on referrals, because
correct,
yeah,
correct.
that's not an
So
ideal
it's, I think, yes,
scenario
it's
at all. So
equivalent to the emotions is
yes,
equivalent to abortion, this thing, miscarriage or whatever. So I think it's very important, and even not only for us, even for the child. So I think
yes, yes,
it's very important that we are very sure when we are accepting the referral as well as when we are passing on the referral.
yes. So one thing Radha ma'am told us, a very, very nice thing, that it's first of all, it is child centric. It's not a parent centric process. It's a
Correct,
child
correct,
centric process.
correct. Child
And
centric, yes.
another thing is, we should not look for a perfect child. We should
Correct.
look for accepting the child that we are, we have who have been referred to us for any,
Correct.
like that is what, I kind of transform, I mean, kind of, like when I said a third referral, I'll not even see the picture, I'll not even see anything. So that's what happens
Correct.
to, bio children also. I'll not, tell that
Correct. Correct.
I'm not being
Yeah,
preachy.
once
If
you
I'm being
have the
preachy, I'm
child, you
sorry.
cannot say anything.
Yes. So
Yes.
if I'm being preachy, I'm really sorry. I don't mean to. But
Correct.
I think, counsel yourself, because that's what, I have done, because something or the other might not be right. The child might be little older, or, might
Correct.
have some minor issues, or might have some birth defects, or something or the other, will happen. Like life is not perfect. So,
Yes.
accept
Correct.
the,
So that is
yeah.
possible
Unless it is
in
very severe
bio
issue,
child as
yes.
well. So, you
Hmm.
should be open to all challenges when it comes to adoption. And I think
Unless the issue
Amino
is life
has,
threatening or very serious and you are not equipped to
yes,
handle it
yes.
yourself,
Correct.
that
Correct.
immediately the child has to go through multiple surgeries and you are not
Correct.
financially or mentally
Correct.
equipped to it. So these should be the reason. Okay.
See, first thing
No,
is adoption is not charity. So don't see
yes.
to it as it is, you're doing something exceptionally great or something like that. It's not like that. Do something that, if you are not capable to
Hmm.
handle a situation financially,
Hmm.
emotionally, then please don't
Hmm.
go ahead with with that referral,
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
once you get the baby
Yes.
home, there is no looking back. You cannot say, oh, these medical conditions I cannot take care, I cannot do this, I can. It's not like
Exactly.
that. It's not
Like,
like that. So
why
once
have
you
I
get the
got this
baby,
child? Yeah,
yes.
exactly.
So it's not a toy, or it's not this thing. It's a big responsibility. So be very sure. It's not like you have to go for an SN child, or it's not. It's all about
Exactly.
your
Exactly.
mental. Just because people are going to appreciate me if I go for SN child, or it's not like that. You have to be mentally, financially, emotionally prepared for whatever situation you all are going to get into. So I think
Right, right.
don't
Are
treat
you
adoption
capable to
as a
handle that
charity.
child? Exactly.
Yes, handle the
Only if
child.
you are
Correct.
capable to handle the child. If you are not,
Then
suppose you're
go
going
ahead.
through a surgery yourself, that time please put your
Correct.
profile on hold, okay?
Correct.
Your seniority
Correct.
will
Correct.
not, you will
Correct.
not lose anything. Just
Correct.
mail Kara and say, I want to put my profile on hold and
Correct.
get your treatment and everything done. Then, again, reopen
Correct.
your profile. Maybe you will get a referral very fast because by then the dates
Correct.
will also move.
Dates
So
will
that
also
is
move
also one
ahead.
point, that you have to be very fit and you have to be like, when you look at your child, you will know this is my child. That
Correct.
feeling should come from inside.
Correct. 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 So I think Aminu has asked one question. Leena, can you please share info on what's the post referral process in Maharashtra as of now? I guess as of now, I'm not that aware about right now what it is. But when I have done my formalities in 2021, after the referral, after the day I received the referral, I think around, after the next day I accepted it, and I had already kept all the documentation ready with me, thanks to all the friends who have adopted previously. So I had kept all the documents ready with me, and we gave a call to the SAA, and we reached them in around 3 4 days. We went there, we submitted all the documents that we had along with the originals. They verified it. Then the next day we got to meet our child. We had an interview over there. After that, we had our court procedure done, and once the court procedure was done, we got the foster care agreement done, and after that, the child was handed over to us. And I think after the foster care, we took her home the next day, and within a month, we got the birth certificate ready. There was no issue receiving the birth certificate and all, so everything was very well handled in Maharashtra in 2021. This is about.
Lina, maybe we can check in the group about the court and DM thing. That is one thing that in
Yeah,
Maharashtra
that
people are suffering.
I'll have to check. Yeah, that I'll have to check, because about the latest one, I'm not aware. So what the procedure that was there during my time, 2021, I have given that explanation. So I will surely get back to you, Amino, about the latest Maharashtra, if they are going to court or DM. I will just check and I'll get back to you. So anything else anyone wants to question? Please let
And
us
I
know.
just want to add something which Leena said,
Yes,
that a
yes.
post referral is when you get your child, and after post adoption also there are some processes which is
Huh.
not irrespective of Maharashtra. It's a pan India. It's the same. That
Yes.
in 2 years, every 6 months,
Huh.
the a local
Correct.
agency will come to your home, and again there'll be
Correct.
some questionnaires to fill, and
Correct.
they'll see if the child is happy and settled in your family.
Yeah. They'll see the milestones, how the child is
Yes.
attending the milestones and schooling and how is it done and everything. So
Yeah.
yes, that is there. Pan India, it's the same.
Yes.
So now let us also talk about the book that you have written, Hiya's Homecoming. So that is something I'm very engrossed with,
Yeah.
just
So
give us a light about your book.
this is the book. It's a very thin book. It's not a long read.
Okay.
It's a very simple book called Hiya's Homecoming. It's available on Flipkart and Amazon, and Leena would
Okay.
definitely share the
Yes, I
links
will
for that.
post it. I will
Yes.
post it on the
So
page.
it's also on Kindle version and paperback, and I'm on the process of doing the audio version of it, so
Okay.
that it reaches everybody. It is about a child's journey of coming to her forever home. So
Okay.
because we celebrate homecoming day of a child, right? And many people don't understand that, and they say happy birthday. And okay, so what is homecoming and why it is so important? So this theme is, a child's homecoming, and post that, like once the child comes home, like we were discussing sometimes back, that people will ask all sort of questions, not because they want to be mean with you or they want to hurt you, but because they're unaware. They don't know. The most common thing that I hear, and which I feel very sad about, is you have opened your house or door for a child that needed a home. You have done a great charity. So this is something that I don't want to hear, and no adoptive parent want to hear. Being a parent is a very selfish activity. Okay, it's a very selfish choice. And be it a biological parent or an adoptive parent, we bring our child home without the child's consent. We don't ask the child, right, whether they want to come home, or when we select a referral or reject a referral, the child is not given a chance to do anything, right? Child is the most helpless one here. So it's very sad to hear that you have done a great noble work. So I have covered few of these things, conversations. It's a very simple story. A child who's coming home and meeting new people, and neighbors asking questions, and how parents deal with it, and how how their journey continues. And the language is chosen very simple because I wanted children to read it. Children 7 to 8 year, 7 plus, I think, would be good enough to understand this book. And uh, you know everybody should kind of be very inclusive. That's what, even in our workplace and everywhere, we keep telling, whether we should be inclusive, and we should be diversified, and diversity and inclusion is a thing. And Leena, you were in HR, you would agree. So
Yes.
even in case of adoptive children also, how can we include them in our society without looking at them as a special creature? They're not a special creature, right? And when we say that, okay, when a parent says that, okay, my child joined us 1 month back to the process of adoption, the eyebrows are raised, and people make, that's not always because they want to be mean. That's because they are not aware. So the purpose of this book is to create that awareness, and it is written from the child's perspective, where I have borrowed a lot of, incidents from our own life. But I have not used my daughter's real name, because not everything is true also. Some
Correct.
of the things are
Correct.
fiction, and I have kind of imagined it and I've put it there, like uh, just so that the story is interesting. So the central character is Hiya, because Hiya also means heart, and Ridhi also means heart in Bengali. Okay, it comes from the word Hridaya. So I kind of
Okay.
got that similar names. But yeah, it's not exactly my daughter's story. It is all our children's story, because we keep hearing our stories. This happened to me, that happened to me in the groups, and so I kind of borrowed all this experience and my own experience, and then cooked this up. For
Okay.
also for parents to read it out to their children at bedtime. And at the end, there is also some important FAQs, like this is how you adopt, this is where you apply, and this is the process, and so on. So this is in a nutshell about my book. So if you have Kindle Unlimited, you can read it for free, because yeah, it's 0 rupees on Kindle Unlimited. Or else, you can just, if you're interested, you can just take a read of this.
Okay, so any more questions? We'll just end it with the last questions. Like, what are your suggestions for the PAPs that are waiting, for the prospective adoptive parents who are waiting in the queue? So, what are your suggestions for them, and how will you ask them to, just be patient and
Yes, so one thing, very important thing is the counseling, pre-adoption counseling. If you haven't done it already, please, get in touch with an adoption counselor. Your SA will be able to help you out, or if you join this community on Facebook, which we just shared, and if you tell that you want to be counseled, there will be people. And once you join a group, only you are automatically counseled, because people are sharing their
correct,
stories,
correct,
their insights. So automatically you would change. So before joining the Facebook group, I was a different person. I also had a different perspective of, disclosing the adoption fact and all of that. But you will get a lot of
correct,
confidence after you start interacting in the group. So I would request you to start finding your tribe, because your child, when he or she comes, should not feel that they're a special creature and
mm,
only one of a kind. No, there are so many like them. So please build your community, build your tribe during this waiting period. And,
correct,
there are also some WhatsApp groups which are specific to the years of application. So for 2019, we have a WhatsApp group. So for 2021, 2022, there definitely will be some smaller groups, which when you come to the Facebook group only and you post, they will include you, and you would come to know about it slowly. We don't have all this
correct.
information, but we just know those exist. The smaller subgroups also exist, specific to the time. So once you have find your community, you can be very positive, discuss things. And on a lighter note, please sleep till 10 in the morning, because your child will wake up,
Go on
especially
vacations.
especially on weekends. The child will
He'll
wake
wake
up
up
at
at
6 o'clock and will pull your hair, okay, or will come on top of you and will do shushu and go. If you're trying to toilet train, that's the thing that will happen. So, and then you will not have. So right now, like, I asked my husband to come back early because I had to enter here, and Leena was asking me to, ask my husband to join. I said, if both parents lock the door, then
Correct. It's
yeah,
good. The home is
we
going to be
can't.
a mess.
Yes, yes, we can't go out of the door after that. Okay.
Correct,
So
correct.
yeah, you will not have any couple time. If you're a couple, you won't have any couple time. If you're a single, you won't have your solo trips for a while. So please go
Yes.
on your trips,
Go
go watch
enjoy your
movies.
life.
Yes, enjoy your life, but
Enjoy
also
your
prepare
waiting
yourself.
period. The
Yes,
motto is that you have to enjoy your waiting period. Don't get depressed and don't get into overthinking and all. The baby that's in your destiny is going to find you
yes.
soon and come into your life.
Yes, 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 definitely. And once baby comes, after that, like my daughter came with almost 1.5 years, and it does not feel 1.5 years at all yet.
Feels
So that
like forever.
time will just fly like anything. And
Correct, correct.
so once you have your child, you will not know where time is flowing. The waiting period is actually, I'll not be very, preachy about it. It's actually very tough. Even I was very
Very tough.
frustrated, and
Yes. Same here.
all of that. Yes, it is frustrating. But once you share your frustration with other people, it helps. And yeah, think what you cannot do when your child comes home, and do that.
And do
You
that.
can't read. So
Yes.
yeah, so all these books, okay, these are inside a room which is locked, because if my daughter sees this, she knows, she has seen, I have a spare copy for her to read,
They're going to be
because she'll
torn.
see, she will identify herself, she'll tell this is Amma Appa Ridi, and then she will start eating the book, tearing the book, and all of that. So you can't do
Mine
anything.
is to tearing the books right now. She's in that
uh,
phase of tearing the books.
Tearing, and if a little bit smaller than Shreya, they will also eat it, tear
Eat
and
it.
put it in the mouth. And that time, and we can go on and on this topic. It's not to scare you, it's fun, and
It's fun. It's fun.
yes, it's too much fun. And sometimes, yesterday I was telling Leena, one last thing I have to say, that, on a positive note, that I was telling Leena that, I'm not well. I have a severe back pain radiating from my stomach and everything.
Yes.
And I was telling that to my mother also. And Riddhi is like, wait, Amma, ice, ice. And then she went, and she's 2 years, 3 months old only. And
Oh,
she asked my mother to give the ice bag.
nice.
And then, she's coming and she's putting on my forehead, putting on my cheek.
Oh,
But then I started crying. How did I get so lucky? At least, I'm like, you put it here, you put it. Then she was doing it only, and she was doing it very enthusiastically. So I'm like, how did I? And I started crying. How did I get so lucky that, a 2 year old is taking care of me? So there will be such, moments where you will melt, your heart will melt, and you will feel that it's bursting with love. Uh, so it's amazing. And but just wait. All good things need some waiting time. If you get it easily, it's not good enough. So you need to
correct,
wait for something great to happen.
correct, correct. So lastly, I think it was a very great live, like, very informative. And when it comes to prospective parents or parents who want to adopt a child, so it was a very informative live. Thank you so much, Somdatta, for coming in live. And this was the first live that we started at this series, and I hope we have many more successful lives like this.
Thank you, Leena, for inviting and giving a chance to talk about this. It's yeah, looking forward to
Okay.
more
Yes.
sessions with other PAPs, all other APs also with you in this
Yes.
channel.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you everyone else also who have joined and listened to us and asked questions during the live, and also for the support that you all are giving to this page. It was just a brainchild of just wanted to spread a little awareness about adoption, and that's how it started. Thank you so much, Somdatta, again, and we'll just end it over here.
Thank you. Thank you. If any more questions are there, Leena and her
Yeah,
Insta,
you
just
can
message
DM
her.
me.
And
Yes.
hmm,
Yes, you can DM me all your questions and I'll be always there to support you all. Okay?
okay. Thank
Okay.
you then.
Thank you
Have a
so
great
much.
weekend.
Thank you.
Bye
Give my
bye.
love to Riddhi. Yeah.
Yeah,
Bye.
and give my love to Shreya and your family. Have a
Thank
great
you.
weekend. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye.